Theseus and the Minotaur puppet stop motion animation English homework. So, a long time ago, on an island called Crete, there lived a king called Minos. Minos was a rich man with a beautiful daughter and a powerful navy and a monstrous son called the Minotaur, who we'll get into later. But he grew bored of all this somehow and decided to cure his boredom, he'd go along and attack a city called Athens. The king of Athens grew tired of Minos attacking him, so in desperation one day agreed to make a deal with Minos that in the reward that he would leave his country alone, he would send 9 Athenian boys and 9 Athenian girls to go and be fed by the monster called the Minotaur. The Minotaur was half man, half bull, and the son of King Minos. He only ate human flesh and was locked up in the deepest parts of the palace, the maze, which was made by a genius inventor who I forgot the name of. But anyway, so the Minotaur never ate normal meat, and King Minos loved to give him a treat from time to time. So he reluctantly agreed to the King of Athens' deal. 9 years has passed very quickly, and it was time for King Minos to pick the 7 Athenian boys and girls. He quickly picked the ones that would be eaten, as they all heard of the Minotaur, knowing he's a monstrous thing, were rightfully scared. But there was only 6 boys, so one more person had to be called. And that one person who chose himself to go would be the King of Athens' son, Theseus. Theseus thought it was wrong for his father to make a deal just to avoid Minos. So, in frustration, he went along himself on the boat, even though his father rejected everything. And they all sailed off soon after to Crete. When they arrived on Crete, the King Minos and his beautiful daughter Ariadne all came along to greet them well. And King Minos informed all of them that they would not be eaten until tomorrow. With a sigh of relief, they went into the castle and started to feast. As they were all dining with such joy, knowing that they won't be eaten, King Minos' daughter, Ariadne, came in and whispered something into Theseus' ear. She quietly said, "Theseus, I love you. I find you attractive." Who could blame her? And I want to see the world with you. So, if I help you not get killed by the Minotaur, you must take me along with you when you escape. She slipped a string and sword and snuck away with Theseus. She gave him a string and sword and said to him, "Take these. You're gonna need them for when you run into my brother. But remember our deal once you escape." The day came quite quickly, and everyone was shoved into the maze and locked up inside there, so they could not escape. All the kids started freaking out, running around. "What are we gonna do, Theseus? Oh my God, I'm so scared." Calm down, said Theseus. Don't worry, Ariadne gave me these. We'll be safe." He found a torch and lit it. "How convenient," Plumber calling it, and started making his way through the maze. As he left, he said to the children, Stay put here and make sure my string doesn't go loose as I'm going." as if they're going to stay, but because this is Greek myths, of course they stay. And then Theseus made his way through the maze. As Theseus made his way through the maze, he heard stuff as he went deeper in. He heard a growl. Oh my god, that was so bad. It sounded like I was thrown up. Anywho, and then a sniff. Kind of weird. And then he felt breathing on his back. He turned around quickly and saw him, the Minotaur. And then Theseus turned it into an epic duel that would never be forgotten for centuries. And it didn't, because I'm doing it and it's 2025 as I'm recording this. Yay! They were in the middle of the fight. Theseus knew something. He'd never win if he went for the weak spot. No, not the weak spot you're thinking of. We'll get to that. As he laid eyes, he shone the torch into the Minotaur's face, and the Minotaur fell down on his back, and Theseus landed the final blow on his head. Shing, shing, shing. It was over. The monstrous Minotaur that has been feared throughout the lands for ages was finally defeated. Yay! That's not the ending though. Keep around. Theseus came back and was pleasantly surprised to see his children stay put. Same man, same. Have you ever seen toddlers in 2025? In restaurants even? Anyway, he told them, now let's get out of here. We must go find Ariadne and go back to Athens. He slammed open the gate with a mighty kick. Yes, you are the gate. And made his way through, with the children following. We're free! Freedom! 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 They went to the shoreline, rushing there to see Ariadne there. You can't even see Ariadne with so many people there. Oh no. Anyways, she died. Oh no! I'm just gonna pick her up. She told them with a wide grin, now, let's get out of here. My father's going to be suspicious soon. They all nodded and followed along her to a boat that she had been waiting for. The midway through there was so awkward. Don't think less of me after this video. They found an island that they would stop by. Theseus told all the kids, we'll stay here for a bit. And then we'll make our way back to Athens. But what's her name? Ariadne thought, you know what? I'm gonna find my me spot, and decided to fall asleep. Theseus looked down at her. I would have ditched. I would be like, damn, really? She fell asleep. And so did Theseus. For Theseus thought, you know what? I did actually do my deal. And told the kids, we're going back to the boat, kids. No more time to rest. As they made their way to the boat, leaving Ariadne behind. Ariadne awoke, looking around to find him. Only saw Theseus and the other kids went away without her. She shouted, "What, guys? You forgot me!" Theseus shouted at her. We know it was on purpose. Dun dun dun. She crouched down to the ground, questioning what happened, and then Theseus followed up with, "I never loved you, but I did do my deal. I brought you along away from Crete. Now, this will be your new home. Create new civilization, and forget all about me. So long, Ariadne." Ariadne fell to the ground, crying, "Meow, meow, meow, meow." But then she looked up and saw something peculiar, almost as if it was a god. This god, who was the god of drunkenness and partying, looked down upon her with sorrow. "You may be my goddess," he said. "Come up come with me and become a goddess. Be my wife. All right. And that's how the story ends. And if I'm right from the YouTube videos I've seen, then Theseus should be a bad king. Anyways, I'm not going to waste any more time because I need tea. So I'm just going to show you in backthrow. Show you the ending clip that I got prepared for y'all. Yeah. Copyright not intended.